back to the breaking news. Israel's government approved a deal in which dozens of the hostages held by Hamas will be released and the fighting will be temporarily stopped.
But it's not a firm agreement quite yet. CBS 2's Dick Brennan here now in the studio with the latest. Dick.
Well, Christina Maurice, the deal not a done deal yet. It must be approved by Hamas. The agreement is expected to be for the release of 50 hostages, including women and children. The number of hostages freed could increase in the days ahead. 10 Americans are among the hostages being held, and tonight families are hoping they're among those who will be released. Abigail Edan, an American from Arizona, was kidnapped after watching her parents be killed. She turns 4 on Friday. Her cousin says the family is waiting to be able to hug her again.
For 45 days now, this has been our lives. Everything hangs in the balance of every moment. Every moment our hearts are with Abigail. We don't know where she is or how she's doing, and this is just a continuation of that torture.
Emily Hand spent her 9th birthday in captivity. Her father, Thomas, talked about the prospect of seeing her again.
I might squeeze the life out of her, and I'll be fighting with my son, Aidan, and my daughter, Natalie. No, she's mine. No, she's mine. We won't let her out of her sight.
The plan approved by the Israeli cabinet is said to include an initial release of 50 hostages who are women and children.
I do know that all of the people on the list, according to what I have, are Israelis. Some of them with dual nationalities, but all are Israeli.
In exchange for every hostage, 3 Palestinian women and children held in Israeli detention centers will be freed. There would be a 6-hour pause in fighting for at least 4 days or longer if Hamas continues to release hostages, and Israel would allow more fuel and humanitarian aid to Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insisted that despite the so-called pauses in fighting, Israel will fight on.
The war will continue until we achieve all of our goals: to eliminate Hamas, to return all our hostages, to ensure that the day after Hamas, Gaza will no longer be a threat to Israel.
Israel says there are 236 hostages. A senior Hamas leader claimed to CBS News that Hamas does not know the exact number or location of all the hostages because some are being held by other Palestinian militants and some by Palestinian families.
We don't know, because in the ground, nobody can move, nobody can make a list, nobody can search about this. It's a war.
Netanyahu also praised the U.S. for helping get a better deal from Hamas. We don't know when that so-called pause in hostilities may begin, and it would take at least a day more. Israelis have the right to appeal any release of Palestinian prisoners for 24 hours, so that could slow the pace of the release of hostages. Maurice.
Okay, Dick, thank you.